Jenny McCarthy has never been one to shy from controversy. The mother, wife, host, reality star, and author, yeah, she wears a lot of hats, joins us via satellite. Welcome, Jenny.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I met you back in the day, and you gave me some great life advice, telling me not to do drugs and to avoid that troublesome casting couch. I took that advice. Thank you for that. What advice do you give to women now?
Good for you, girlfriend.
Thanks, girlfriend.
You know, a lot of people get confused, with fashion. Much like myself, I never considered myself like a fashion trendsetter. So I always looked at everybody else for advice. And I found a website when I started wearing eyeglasses called iCessorize.com. And I fell in love with it because they have so many different designers to choose from, like Corinne McCormick, I Heart Eyewear, Chinzia, to name a few. But what I loved about the site was a lot of times we don't know what would work on our face. And they tell you, if your shape of your face is this way, this kind of eyeglass would be good for you. If your skin color is this kind of glass would work great for you. Hair color, these kind of tips I think are instrumental sometimes when we're picking out eyewear. But the other thing that I want to remind women is that it really is a great accessory. And to look at it like a fashion accessory, like we would do with purses or belts or shoes, have multiple pairs.
And it's absolutely known that the external beauty helps a woman feel internally beautiful. So what advice do you have aside of the aesthetic for women trying to move forward in their careers, in their lives, to be confident women just like you?
You know what? It's always to trust yourself and make an intention with every meeting that you go in. Stay focused on your goal. There are a lot of people that will try to tell you who you are and what you should be. And, the world, we need variety. Yes. So why try to, be somebody you're not? Always stick to who you are, and you'll go so much further that way.
And I've always admired you for that because you've broken the rules. You've been able to do things that other people haven't. You were a Playboy playmate like Pamela Anderson, who just posed naked recently. But would you ever pose nude again?
You know what?
Could. You look great.
No. I remember back in the day when I was a playmate, they said, "What do you want to do next?" And I said, "Comedy." And they said, "Now that's funny. There's no way a playmate will ever do a sitcom or a comedy." And I just thought, why not? And anytime someone told me that I couldn't do something, I went and did it. So if someone told me that I was too old to pose for Playboy, then I probably would wind up posing for Playboy. But right now, I feel like my kid is a teenager. I don't want to destroy his social life any more than I possibly can. I'm already not cool in his world because he's turned 13.
Well, yeah. As soon as they hit into teenage years, you will not be cool again until he's about 20 years old.
It's happened.
But in your career,
exactly,
you've definitely broken down barriers for so many other women. But do you think that women get stigmatized so easily when they do things like pose nude or wear something that someone thinks is a little bit too sexy?
Yeah, I think absolutely people get stuck into stereotypes, and it really is a matter of us being able to break out of it. And, men do also. I see, comedians that try to get into dramatic roles, and, we, as a society, we sometimes get upset with them and say, "What are you doing trying to be dramatic? Go back to comedy." And it really is, not listening to those external voices and doing what you believe is right. And if you want to stay a sex pot forever, like Pamela has done, you go, girl. And she's done a really good job of it.
Yeah.
I really wanted longevity and to use, my brain besides my boobs in my career, and I'll continue to do so.
Yeah, well, you've got double B's, brains and beauty, so that works for your advantage, and you've been able to catapult that. Yeah, take it, use it. When you bring up comedians, when you brought up comedians, and this is such a tough thing to talk about, but your ex Jim Carrey's on again, off again girlfriend tragically committed suicide last week. And you shared your thoughts on Twitter with your condolences. Have you reached out to Jim at all? How's he doing?
You know what? I have not. I have not. I just have offered my prayers because what else could you possibly do besides pray in a situation like this? And I just continue for both of them, you know, for both families. Yeah. Lots of prayers.
You've also been intensely scrutinized for your views on vaccines to your views on The View. How do you handle all that chatter? Because it's nonstop when you're a public figure such as yourself.
You know, I don't know. I think it came from high school, having thick skin, being bullied really badly. And I just kind of take everything. I taught my son this, but you remember the movie The Matrix when he goes backwards with the bullets? That's how I kind of take any kind of comments or negativity. I let it kind of fly past me and stick to my guns and stick to my own truth. And, you know, when I talk about things like autism, I talk about my story, and I just hope people give me the opportunity to really listen to what I have been saying and not change it into something sensational.
Well, thank you for being a woman warrior and telling your truth for all these years. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And to keep up with Jenny...
Thank you so much, too. You're darling. I'm happy for you.
Aw, thank you. Right back at you. To keep up with Jenny McCarthy, go to jennymccarthy.com. For Fox 4 and 1, I'm Diana Falzo.